Alright, as you can see, I'm not feeling too motivated today, but we still gotta make some beats. So that's what today's video is gonna be all about. If you're lazy, feeling unmotivated, fuck that. There's other ways to get around it, so let's get to the video. Alright, so first thing we're gonna want to do is start creating the melody. So you want to think of your melody in layers. So first part is always gonna be like your main instrument. Usually that's gonna be like your keys, guitar, bells, plucks, whatever the fuck have you, you know. So I pulled up Keyscape. It has, piano shit in here. You can use anything. You can use FL keys, any stock plugin, whatever. So again, we're not feeling like making a melody from scratch, so we're gonna use some midis. If you don't have any MIDI kits, literally just go on Reddit, type in MIDI kits, and you'll find like a shit ton of them. For this video, I'm gonna use the wrld MIDI by Guala Beats. You can get that at cashglobalkits.com. It's free. Alright, so all we're gonna do is just like drag these in and just start playing shit and see how it sounds. Nah, not feeling that. Getting it, let's get it. Horses, I like horses. I fly with horses. Yeah, I like that. Alright, cool. So I like that, just not quite my speed. Alright, cool. Alright, so next thing we want to think about in continuing the process of the melody is adding some extra layers. So the next part, I usually like to add a pad. Pad's always a good thing to add to like your keys or even an ARP, something like that. So I'm going to use Expand because they have a fuck ton of pads. This plugin's only like 20 bucks or some shit too, I think. So, before we do any of that though, you're going to want to go to your main melody that we made, hit copy, go to the new pad here and hit paste. And then go to the piano roll. All we're going to do is start deleting all this extra shit from the main melody because we don't want all that in the pad. It's not going to sound good. So now we just have these middle notes right here. Alright, so now we're just going to start trying to find a good pad. So I'll just pick some of these at random. Nah. I'm fucking with that. Cool. Oh, real quick. Very important. Get rid of the fucking fruity limiter. This shit's a devil. Get rid of it. Just fucking get rid of it. Alright, so before we get into making the counter melody, we need to figure out what key our melody is in so far. So if it didn't tell you in the MIDI kit, or if you just don't happen to know and your ears are stupid as fuck like mine and just can't detect that kind of shit, you can use a plugin called Mixed in Key. All you gotta do is pull it up. It is a paid plugin. I think it was like 50 bucks, but I honestly use this shit all the time, so I recommend it. So open it and we'll just hit play. Alright, cool. So we know we're in B flat minor. But I think I want to go up to B minor just because I like making beats in that key. So to do that, to change the key of your song, all you do is highlight all the instruments that you have that you want to change the key of. Hit this triangle. We're going to go to the transpose selected, and we're going to hit 1. So if we hit 1, everything goes up 1 note. If we hit 3, everything goes up 3 notes. If we hit -4, it all goes down 4 notes. Capiche? Alright, so now that we did that, it should be in B minor. Let's see. Hey, alright, good shit, good shit. Alright, so we know our melody is in the key of B minor now. So what I like to do before going into making the counter melody is I'll go to Google, pull up B minor piano scale. You'll go to images, and now you'll know that all these highlighted blue notes are in the key of B minor. So when you're trying to make your melody, you're not fucking around with other notes. Again, this is if you have a hard time making counter melodies or just melodies in general. Little things to help you. Alright, so I'm going to use a flute as the counter melody because I think that's going to complement everything that's going on currently. This one is great. I think there's some like stock FL flute plugins, but fuck all those. Cop yourself a decent one. This one was only 20 bucks. Definitely worth it. Don't be fucking cheap. Buy it. Alright, so now that we have the Google images pulled up, I have mine pulled up on my phone just so it's easier for me to like look at while I play my keyboard. We'll see what we can come up with. So we got 3 sounds and a pretty solid melody. We don't need to add any more bullshit. Keep it fucking simple. huge tip I have for you guys. No homo. Keep it simple. You don't want to add all this shit. It makes it harder for the artist, the rapper, whoever you're sending this shit to catch the beat or the flow if you have all these extra sounds. All right, that's the time for the fun part, laying down the drums and the shit and all the cool stuff. So we're gonna start with the 808. I'm gonna use where's that one fired up kid's drum kit? He's always fired up. KBZ, there he is. We're gonna use this. All right, always make sure you right click on the 808, hit cut itself. That way the 808 is not overlapping. Double click it. You're going to go to the volume knob here. We're going to go to the attack all the way down, hold all the way up. The rest of these are going to come all the way down as well. That way when we go into the playlist, the note only plays for as long as it's in there for. All right, and all you got to do is follow the root notes, which are the bottom notes of the melody. Right here, right here, right here. Alright, time for the hi-hats. All we're going to do is right click, hit fill each 2 steps. And if you ever want to fuck with the way it sounds, you can just double click and mess with these knobs right here. So I'm going to make this a little shorter. Much better. Alright, so we're just gonna start adding a couple of hi-hat rolls, nothing too crazy, you know, just something add a little sauce on there. So to make a quick hi-hat roll, just highlight the note and then hit Control U. Alright, so we're just gonna add a few more here. Alright, then we're just going to delete the last 4 bars, copy the first 4, hit Control B, and you might have to move it over just to line it up right. Alright, so now it's time to add the clap. Once again, just hit Control B, move these bitches over. Alright, now we're going to add that other thing, that other cool thing that people like to add, the producers, the beat makers, the snare. Alright, cool. And real quick, if you guys ever want to make your 808 a little louder, just double click. You're going to go to the little monkey wrench knob right here and just turn the volume up like so. Alright, cool. So now we're going to start filling out the rest. We're going to add a shaker. So let's go with my favorite, which would be Uranus. Love it. Add an open hat. Alright kids, so pay attention here, a little gem for you. Click on the open hat, hit reverse, go to the in knob, bring it in like that so it's shorter, and now let's listen. Right? Alright, so before we arrange the beat, just a few extra little things you can do. You can add some color to the keys. I like to use RC20, which is here. If you don't have this plugin or you don't want to pay for it, you can use Isotope Vinyl. It does the same thing as this and it's free. Alright, so we're just going to take the noise off. We're going to reduce the wobble. We can distort it just a little bit, give it some space, take the magnetic off, and let's see how that sounds now. Way cooler. Alright, and then for the flute, we can also add the frickin' reverb. We'll just use the FL stock reverb. Where the fuck are you? Where 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 are you? Okay, here. We'll just make this a little wider. We'll turn the dry down, put the wet all the way up. And so usually I'll send my reverbs on a send bus, but that's for another video. So for now, we're just gonna decrease this. This basically just decreases the amount of reverb on there, because if we have it all the way up like this, too much. All right, yeah, just a few little things to spice up the beat a bit, not keep it so stale. All right, now we finna arrange the beat, so let's get to it. All right, you're just gonna right click on the pattern here. You're gonna hit split by channel, control, and click all of these motherfuckers and pull them in. All right, so I'm gonna do a real quick arrangement. All right, so we did a quick arrangement on the beat. Another little quick thing we can do is add gross speed or halftime. I'm going to use halftime because it's a lot better in my opinion, but gross speed does the same thing. We're going to put it on half speed, but put it on 50% mix. And then we're going to create an automation clip. So right click, create automation clip. Right click again to make our points. If it's up like that, that means the plugin is on. If it's down, it's off. So now the intro will sound slowed down like this. Alright, so I just added a couple extra things like a reverse crash, normal crash, my beat tag, and that's it for the beat. I mean, like I was saying, you don't gotta make it so complicated. It doesn't have to take all day to make one beat. You can make a fucking fire beat in like 10 minutes. Especially if you're feeling lazy. If you're not feeling up to it, it's still not an excuse. Pull in some MIDI, pull in a loop, use a sample, do something. Don't sit around jerking off all day, as tempting as it is. Trust me, I like to jerk off all day too. But, you know, if you really want to achieve anything with this shit, we gotta work. So hopefully that kind of motivated you and you picked up on a thing or two. If you guys have any feedback, anything at all, suggestions in the comments, let me know. I'll definitely listen to them, reply back to you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.
Hey, Fourthkind, you out of here.